Okay then, quick explanation of what, well actually you probably know what this is considering you clicked on the thing. But the reason I'm doing this is, for some reason quite a lot of reviewers and stuff are getting asked about this, and the last collection's expanding a bit quickly considering only last year it was probably about that size. And now it's massive, or, well, bigger. It's pretty much tripled. So, and at the rate it's going, when he's eventually come round to asking me for it, it might be a bit too high. Or taking too long. So what I'm going to do is I'll start off with doing this, I'll go through the whole thing. Probably, like, twice a year I'll do an update. That'll keep you guys informed on what I've got. In case you're wondering, like, what's the point in this though, it's I think the reason usually is so that you know what, like, I've got. You know what sort of films that I've bought, what ones that are actually worth buying, stuff like that. And get my sort of opinion on them. Like a bunch of like 30 reviews all crammed into one little video. So there we go, let's just start through it. What's going on is we're going to go through the single Blu-rays first, and then we'll go through the package box set things. Alright, let's start off with 2012 then. 2012, I think this was one of the first ones I got, it probably was. Never seen the film before, just decided to buy it. It's not exactly a bad film, but it's not the best either. That's all I can really say with it, so there we go. Dun 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 dun. Is that the right theme? Right, okay. A-Team. Oh, shit. I don't know, I'm uncomfortable with this at the moment. I'll get used to it. Yeah, my little awesome thing, it's like you get a bunch of them. And you can customise your little picture thing. I only got that part because it was Liam Neeson. But the films, again, I'd never seen this film before. It's one of my first Blu-rays, so I was about probably 12, and at that age, for some reason when I was 12, I wanted to get everything that was too old for me. So this was a 15, this is the extended edition. I actually don't think I heard many good things. I think people in school were just talking about it, so I got it. It was £8, which is kind of cheap for Blu-rays back then. It wasn't that long ago. Right, let's go into Scorsese now. Yes, it's a steelbook. Steelbooks are awesome. Only good thing about them, apart from that, they're just normal. I can't open that. But there's something really, like, something that I always like about steelbooks. But Casino's probably like one of my favourite Scorsese films. I've only seen 3. So there we go. Put it this way, he hasn't made a bad film yet, I don't think anyway. From the ones that I've seen. And yeah, this was one of the first ones that I saw. The first one I saw was Hugo, which I haven't got. And Casino was awesome. Andrew! These are going to sound really weird when I start these, but especially the ones who haven't seen the film, so you're just going to be thinking I'm shouting Andrew. But Chronicle's awesome. The only found footage film that I've got, and that's because it's awesome. It's basically about a bunch of teenagers that get telekinesis, and it's epic because it starts getting really dark and things go to hell basically. Away with all the fun and games. It's awesome. It's fun. I'm brilliant at like just explaining this out. I'm just going, yeah, it's awesome, done. Alright, let's move on to the next one. I don't know how long this is going to take, so I need to go through them. In case you haven't noticed, I've got one back there. Ender's Game. I only got that recently. Look at that cover though. This film, I think, it deserves more love and stuff. I don't think enough people like it. And it's depressing and sad. Because everybody in it's awesome. I think. Yep, I think so, yeah. Everybody in it is awesome. And it's awesome as training kids to fight aliens. I think that I don't really know. It's just fighting aliens and training and stuff. I was going to say something. I can't remember what I was going to say. So let's just pretend I don't know what I'm talking about. It makes me sound better, I guess. Actually, I don't know if that's better or worse. Let's move on to the fighter, though. Fighter. This is the only boxing film I've got. In fact, only sport film I've got. And this is Christian Bale and Mark Wahlberg, and Mark Wahlberg's fallen down. But this is probably the first boxing film I'd watched, and it's amazing. It's about Mark Wahlberg, and he's trying to become a good boxer, but with Christian Bale as a drug addict, dealer guy, it's not exactly going too well, and he has control over him, and it's basically like a battle of like family and boxing ring and stuff like that. So there we go. Right, let's go into the Harry Potter ones. The Deathly Hallows. I felt like I was trying to put on a fake British accent, which is weird considering I actually am British. Or, well, no, because that's confusing. Why is it Britain's always associated with England? I'm Scottish. But this one's probably one of my least favourite of the Harry Potters. I mean, it's really good. Least favourite is still the first one, but that's mainly because it's more aimed at kids than these ones. But this one felt to me more like Harry Potter Goes Camping. It's not a bad film. It's probably the darkest of them all, but it's just, there's no Hogwarts, so it's like, aww. Let's move on to the best one though. Harry Potter! I'm getting a bit over the top now. I mean, before I was like unsure of what to do, and now I'm going a bit over the top. But this one's my favourite Harry Potter of all time. All of them. In fact, it's one of my favourite films of all time. Oh, I never opened the other one, I forgot. Here, I'll show you the opening of that one. Dun dun dun. In case you feel like buying it, it's like you know what the Blu-ray actually looks like without the case. Don't know why I've done that. Still. Yeah, this comes with a demo. Don't ask. I played it for the Lego Harry Potter years 5 to 7. It's fun. You had 2 demos basically for 5 to 7. Years 5 to 7, and it was both from part 1 of Deathly Hallows. Yeah, I don't know why. But this one was this is just an epic battle. It's basically the Battle of Osgiliath from Lord of the Rings, except it's just the full film. If that makes sense. In fact, yes, it does make sense. Except it's even more, well, maybe not. It's wizards and stuff. It's Gandalf's battle with. Oh, I just realised that. That was unintentional that I actually picked out the battle that Gandalf was in, but still. Speaking of Gandalf. Don't be shy. Step into the light. I'm still proud of that with the review of the year. How I managed to sing that with my voice. That's pretty awesome. You should have saw me when I done it. This is a way better though than the Unexpected Journey. It definitely keeps. It's a lot more fast paced in a way. The first one was more. It was boring actually at points. It had some good points, had some bad points, but this one's definitely the best out of the Hobbits so far. Can't wait for the next one. Smaug is awesome. Benedict Cumberbatch is Smaug, yes, awesome. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman are in this together. Never realised. Well, I just did. I actually did realise that. Don't know why I'm saying I just realised that. Oh, of course I knew that. I'm a Sherlock fan. Don't look at me like that. I knew it. Hunger Games, the extended version. Yeah, I hated the 12 version. The 12 version's horrible. This one's a bit better. The reason I got it was because Catching Fire was coming out. So I bought them both. Well, I bought that one a while. Basically, I bought this one around the time that Catching Fire was in cinemas. And it's a lot better than the 15 version. Considering it's basically in the first one. 12, right? It was originally filmed as a 15. Just telling you right now. But obviously it has to be a 12 to make as much money as they can and keep the franchise going. So during the action scenes, we get extreme shaky cam and we cannot see a thing, because that's what the directors want us to see. Nothing. This one you get to see stuff, and it's actually really haunting at the very start, where the massacre started. And the, what's it called? The Capricorn, no, Capricorn's a star, the star sign, isn't it? And also the thing that goes around, it's like a section of the world. Cornucopia, that's it, the cornucopia slaughter in the Hunger Games is really haunting, and this is coming out. Right, let's pop it back in. But if you ever get Hunger Games, I'd recommend you get the 15 version. 12 version's not very good. 15 version improves it in almost every way, except from the shaky cam at the start, which I don't know why they even bothered with that. Still, I'm not sure where the cameraman fell over during it and just decided to keep the take or not. But let's avoid bashing the 12 version of Hunger Games and start praising this 12 version of Hunger Games, Catching Fire. This is, believe it or not, the darkest version, yet it's 12 and not 15. And yeah, it really surprised me. I wasn't looking forward to this film as much. Like, the trailers made it look pretty good, but I was sceptical because of, obviously, shaky cam, extreme shaky cam, cameramen falling over in the first one. But this one, the director knew how to film. Or maybe the cameraman didn't fall over as much. The basically wasn't any shaky cam. And it was really good. All the characters were pretty awesome. It continued on from the first one really well. And yeah, even the Hunger Games were amazing. Like in this one, the battles and stuff like that. And the twist at the end was really good. I didn't see that one coming. How come no one's ever tried to be a... I can actually do... I can sort of impersonate him. I can do it, but like halfway through the impression, I mess it up. I go into like this weird accent. Like, I can start off half American, but not like, well, stop talking about my pathetic American accent, or Aaron Johnson's impersonation of an American accent. Impersonating Aaron Johnson's impersonation of an American accent. Yeah, because that's what you do in your spare time. You practice impersonations of other people's impersonations. But Kick-Ass, one of my favourite films of all time. It just connects with me on so many levels, considering the amount of superhero stuff that I love, and considering it's actually about someone becoming a superhero. It's like without any powers and stuff like that. It's better than that other one. What was the other one? Super. That one was... Oh, close the door. That door irritates me. Super was someone with Ellen Page. It was pretty bad. I didn't like it. Kevin Bacon was in it. That was probably the best part. But Kick-Ass, like, everything was amazing, and it pretty much like the main superheroes are like awesome. It's probably, you know, if you've seen the review of the year, I just said that and I can't remember what it was called. You'll know how much I like the characters, especially Hit Girl, and Kick-Ass is awesome. Nicolas Cage, why is he... Oh, right, okay, yeah. Forgot. Normal rules with films. If a character's not in it for that long, or something happens, I'm not spoiling anything, unless you've seen... I can't, but unless you know this one, but yeah, you know what happens. That's how they do it. They've done it with Bryan Cranston and Godzilla. And Nicolas Cage. Either that, they just wanted to get people excited when it goes through all the names, and at the end it just goes Nicolas Cage. Why am I talking about that? Oh, they don't know Jim Carrey. Oh yeah, but okay, I rest my case. Jim Carrey. I loved this film when it came out at first. I even put in a review of the year as one of my favourite films of the year. Since then, I've not grown to hate it. I still enjoy it. It's still really good. It's just I've started to notice a lot of problems, especially considering Jeff Laszlo for some reason cannot have a scene for more than a minute. I'm not joking. Like, the scenes last 30 seconds. Because I remember watching this, like, I could remember so much more that happened in Kick-Ass 2 that happened in the first one. So I was like, oh right, okay. Maybe I don't know how I managed to do that. It seems so much longer, Kick-Ass 2, than Kick-Ass. And Kick-Ass was longer. And especially considering Kick-Ass 2 is... Why is Kick-Ass 2 based off of 2 comic books? It's based off of Hickner and Kick-Ass 2. It just doesn't make any sense. Best part about this film though, Ian Glenn. Ian Glenn is Uncle Ralphie. You need to... See if you don't like Kick-Ass around, just watch that scene. Go on YouTube or something. Just watch it. It is brilliant. Especially if you like Game of Thrones. It's awesome to see Ian Glenn and something else. Right. Lawless. This film, I only bought recently. I got it for a $5, so I was like, you know what, why not? Buy it. It's about a bunch of brothers that go in the sort of alcohol business in the early 20th century. So it's along with gangsters and stuff. I'm saying that, this irritates me. Right, ready? I can't remember this. Ready? Intense and action-packed. That's what... I had to bring this up, because this is what one of the things say on it. What it is. There is like one action scene at the end. That's all the action there is. Except for maybe a couple of stabbings and stuff, but they're not like big, intense action scenes like Lego Movie or Star Trek or something like that. Right, a little bit. That's coming up next, so I'll speak to you. But I still enjoyed this film. It's just, that's a bit misleading. It's not intense and action-packed. Remember that. I wouldn't say it's like as good as the Scorsese films, but it's still a really good gangster film. And it's actually probably the only good film that Shia LaBeouf's in, apart from Holes, which I actually really liked Holes. And Transformers 1. Transformers 1's not really that great, it's fun. It's like a guilty pleasure sort of thing. That's what it's called when you hate a bad film, if you don't know. Wait, when you like a bad film. Yeah. It's complicated. Not really, but if you don't get it, don't get too confused. The chances are you probably don't watch a lot of reviewers. The Lego Movie though, the only sort of family-friendly film that I've got on Blu-ray. And this is just amazing. It's done by the guys who made 21 Jump Street and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, stuff like that. And it's just so... It's so smart. I wasn't looking forward to the film as much when it came out. The trailers were there. There was a couple of bits that I laughed at in the trailer. But there was actually a trailer at least that I really got excited. I was like, okay, maybe this could be pretty good. They released a trailer, a Man of Steel sort of trailer for it. Basically, it had all the Hans Zimmer music and stuff like that, and it was edited like a Man of Steel trailer. Only Superman in Lego form was in it, and it was like all his scenes from the Lego Movie. Well, not all of them, but it was pretty awesome. Batman is amazing, played by Will Arnett. Chris Pratt's amazing as Emmett. It's a lot smarter than you think. And it'll definitely connect with you if you've seen Lego not if you've seen Lego films, but if you played with Lego or your life had anything to do with Lego. Especially if you're a Lego figure. Don't forget them ones. They're real. Just take this video into Legoland Windsor and show them all. We'll be really happy. Looper. Another one of my favourite films of all time. Basically a sci-fi time travel battle thing. It's like a no, I'm copying what it says on the back about what it is. A brilliant masterpiece. I agree with it, but I'm not one to say that because I'm probably going to get in a bit of trouble for that. They're going to be saying, "What are you reading stuff off the back here?" But Joseph Gordon-Levitt's amazing. Bruce Willis. I don't know whether this is on purpose or not. I'm not sure whether Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in the middle because he's the main character, or whether he's just been taken out because Bruce Willis is bigger than him. Yeah. He's still awesome. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's the best part of the film. Paul. I've actually pretty much got all the Simon Pegg and Nick Frost films here. I'm a massive fan of them. Paul, though, probably my least favourite. It's still really funny. There's some bits that always make me laugh in it. Seth Rogen's amazing as Paul. It's like this massive E.T. spoof. Well, it's a massive E.T. spoof. So why am I saying it's like? You know, it irritates me when people say that, and then I do it all the time. So I feel like a hypocrite now. I'm constantly calling everybody hypocrites, and I'm a hypocrite. Damn it. Paul's good though. Paul, you should watch it if you like Nick Frost and stuff. It's got quite a lot of jokes to do with like geeks and stuff like that. They go to Comic-Con at the start. It's pretty fun. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. My least favourite Pirates of the Caribbean film. And it's the only one that I've got on Blu-ray. To be fair, I did get this when I hadn't seen it. I bought it, and I really want to sell it, but at the same time I don't, because look at that cover. Just look at it. It's awesome. It's steelbook. It's like I'm ready to sell it. I'm just like, right, okay, we're going to sell this, and then it just looks at me. Just look at it. And you're like, I can't sell you. And you put it away. So it's not really that funny, the other ones, and I don't know, it seemed like they were trying too much with other stuff. It didn't really work. All the jokes. Some characters were awesome. I think it kind of suffered without some of the main characters. I had Jeffrey, is it? I'm saying Joffrey, is it? No, it's not Joffrey. Jeffrey Rush, whatever his name is. I don't want to say Joffrey. Yeah, anyone who's watched Game of Thrones would know that. Prisoners. Where's my daughter? I don't know what that was. That sounded like Batman asking for his daughter. Batman doesn't even have a daughter, he has a son. Stop bringing Batman into this. But this film's amazing. The fact that it never won any Oscars just irritates me. It's brilliant. It's very intense. Like this, right? Okay, maybe. Alright, okay, this is seriously intense. It is seriously intense. Stop copying what you see on the covers. Let's take that away. Oh, it says it on there too. Right. I'm not even going to look at it, right? I'm just going to leave that there. You can see it. That's fine. I'm going to talk about it because it's awesome. Hugh Jackman should have won an Oscar. That's all I'm saying. Speaking of Oscars, Andy Serkis should win an Oscar. And I'm just going to start working for the Oscars and just tell them, right, you need to give this guy an Oscar, you need to give that guy an Oscar, that guy an Oscar, that guy an Oscar. And I've just listed everyone, they're just like, how are we meant to give them all an Oscar this year? And I'll just say, just do it. And I'll strangle them and do all sorts of stuff. But Caesar. Now, this film, it's awesome. It's sad. It's brilliant. Not a lot, it builds up to the big climactic battle at the end. It's brilliant. Maybe not as good as the new one, but still really good. Really recommend that you watch this one. Caesar is amazing. Andy Serkis plays Caesar, in case you don't know, and that is why he requires an Oscar. See, they've never got someone who played an animal before an Oscar, and he done all the motion capture for it. He deserves it. And Malfoy's in it again. No, I'm not meaning the actor who plays Malfoy. I mean Malfoy's literally in it again. It's just it's continuing on from after Deathly Hallows Part 2, and he's lost his wand, and now he tortures them. Well, he doesn't really torture. He kind of does torture apes and provoke them into speaking to him. But still, awesome film. Spider-Man 3. I actually don't hate this film. Spider-Man 3 I actually thought was really good. Venom, I will agree, was poorly done. But I did think this one's a really action-packed film. The action scenes are really good. It's really entertaining, actually. And except from the Saturday Night Fever part and the jazz club bit, which escalated extremely quickly. It's just sort of like dance, bang, and I'll just attack my ex-girlfriend for no reason because she tried to help me, and then I'll go home and I'll start crying about it to my aunt, who clearly does not want to hear about my problems. Stakeland. I actually haven't watched this one on Blu-ray yet, so I can't really say, but I've got this film. This film's amazing. Probably one of my favourite vampire films. Well, maybe not. It's really high on it. It's very good. They're basically zombies. It's like the evolution of the vampires. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. It's like how they started off brainless and then gathered intelligence and stuff like that, which it's pretty awesome. It's kind of like the walking vamps. That sounds like the film, like the Walking Dead version of like that band, the Vamps. That'll be like the next Walking Dead film. Wait, there hasn't been a Walking Dead film. It'll be the next season. In the next season of Walking Dead, all you'll hear is the Walking Vamps, and they'll be like singing all their strange songs. And then Rick and the gang will have to shoot them down. So there we go. This is what it's set up to. Thor: The Dark World. It's weird. I've not got a single Marvel like Studios film except from Thor, which is kind of my least favourite out of them all. It's really weird. The only thing that really keeps you busy with is Loki. The character of Loki is just really interesting. This film is so much better than the original. The original felt more like a comedy. It was like Guardians of the Galaxy except without the space. Like, as much as Thor's in space, space is pretty much gone. And it's like... I actually had a friend who I think went to see it because he thought it was about a guy who thought he was Thor, the god, and had to learn that he wasn't Thor. Which sounds like a really weird comedy, but this one's a lot better. It's a lot darker. Christopher Eccleston's in it, and he's not even getting right credit at the start. Christopher Eccleston was my first Doctor. Just letting you know that. Pretty sure most folk around my age he was, unless they started watching Doctor Who really early, like when they were, yeah. Never mind. But yeah, it's really good. Christopher Eccleston, I think he'd done the best that he could with Malekith, but it didn't come out too well. Malekith wasn't that interesting. He was threatening, I'll give him that, but yeah, he was just like a bad guy who's here. I'm here to destroy the world because I killed my species. I can't remember the beat, but I had to do that. I had to do that. Wolf of Wall Street is an amazing film. It's my favourite Martin Scorsese film. Definitely. It's just incredibly funny. It's about a stockbroker, Jordan Belfort. I think that's his name. Or is it Belford? No, it's Belford. Belford. I had it right the first time. But this one's so good, and it is so entertaining that another one didn't get an Oscar. Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, how many people have we got here that required an Oscar that never got one? We have got Leonardo DiCaprio, we have got Hugh Jackman, and also Andy Serkis. Oscars need to start listening to people. Right. But the film is incredibly funny. The only thing is, I don't. I can't think of much problems. The only thing I would recommend is don't watch it with your family. That's something that I haven't actually, believe it or not, I haven't made that mistake. I just know it from watching the film. No, don't do it. Next up, the Wolverine. Oh. I should have had my actual Wolverine t-shirt on, like the one from the Wolverine, with the artwork and stuff. It's pretty awesome. But this was a really surprising film. I wasn't looking forward to it after Origins. But thankfully this one was good. I didn't actually mind the Silver Samurai. There's a couple of things that I really hate the Viper person. Just no. No. Right, we're just gonna leave that out because she just irritated me throughout the whole thing. It's just like, why are you having her in? We should have the Silver Samurai. I think I would have preferred the Silver Samurai though it was as not a robot. And why was he only in the end? Stop picking apart Wolverine, Robert. It's better than Origins. You shouldn't be picking it apart. Right, let's go into the packages or box set. Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams ones. Star Trek. This is the first Star Trek I've ever watched, and I loved it. Well, actually, I'm telling a lie. I watched some of the TV show and I didn't really like it. But mind you, that I was a bit younger now. I can't remember how old I was when I watched that. I didn't really like it, and it sort of stuck by me. I should maybe start watching some of the old Star Trek films. But so this one was brilliant. I really like the time travel stuff. It's awesome. I still knew the characters and stuff like that. I still got really excited when Spock turns up with old Spock, and it's really confusing trying to explain it, but it's fine in the film. It's like it all makes sense in the film, but when you try and explain it, it's like old Spock was there and new Spock was there, and he came and he tried to save the world and stuff like that, and Eric Bana's there, and I think I'm the only one actually liked Hulk, by the way. I'm just saying that right now. So if Eric Bana's actually watching this for some random reason, I liked Hulk, don't worry. And I was 5. And I didn't get bored. So I was 5, remember. So actually, I think I might have just insulted a bunch of people then. Because there are tons of people who've got bored with that, and a 5-year-old didn't. It's a bit, I think that means that a 5-year-old has a better attention span than them. I'm not saying anything about myself. Don't worry. No, it's fine if you don't like it, it's fine. I don't know what I was doing with my hands there, I was like... But yeah, this film's amazing. In Darkness, I don't get why this film's so hated. I mean, it is pretty correct. Like, critics didn't hate it, critics liked it. I liked it, I thought it was awesome. Benedict Cumberbatch was awesome. The twist was horrible. With John Harrison's true identity, that was a horrible twist, but still, I can surpass it. In fact, it seems really weird, that whole twist, but stop going on about it. I think they had enough stuff though with Star Trek. There seemed to be like quite a lot of Star Trek Easter eggs and everything like that. So I don't really see what everybody has the problem with. Maybe you can tell me what you had the problem with Into Darkness for. Okay? Defending it till I die. Unless the same thing happens with Kick-Ass 2 and I start hating it. Well, not really. I find a lot of problems with it. And I think I actually defend Kick-Ass 2. Okay. Right, well, we'll start with Sherlock Season 1. Because I got them all. Sherlock Season 1. Brilliant. This was... I've never watched Sherlock before, anything to do with Sherlock. This really got me into it, and I think I watched the Robert Downey Jr. version. I still preferred this. Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing as Sherlock. And then, this series. See, I'm starting to turn it like a pure American now. I'm saying all the American words for everything. I'm going season instead of... It used to be like I would say the American series is seasons, and then the British one's a series, just to keep it simple, but now I'm getting confused and I'm calling everything seasons. So, damn you, America. But, yeah, Series 2 came, and it blew me away. Like, every episode there is amazing. What was it? Scandal in Belgravia, what was the name of it? Yeah, Belgravia. Belgravia. I can't remember how you pronounce it. Why is it I can't remember how to pronounce that country? Is it a country or something? Never mind. Okay, I should know how to pronounce it, but I don't. And then The Hounds of Baskerville was brilliant. I loved that episode. And then I fell under the spell of the Wrecking Bat film. That sounded really cheesy, but it was epic. I remember when I first watched that episode, I literally, it finished, and I was just like, I need to watch that again. I love that episode. And then Series 3 happened. I was about to say season, but I'm not. It's fine. You don't need to remind me. Series 3 happened. And yeah, it was a bit disappointing, but it was good at the same time. I still enjoyed it. Like, they seemed to focus more on the comedy than like the sort of intense murder mystery sort of stuff of the second season, which I loved. But it was good enough, and the last episode, like all of them actually, the final episode of the series is really good. Once I remember the name yet. I don't think it says the name yet. No, it doesn't say the name yet. I can't remember the names of the episodes. Oh wait, how are the names? His Last Vow. Yes, that one was brilliant. I'm surprised I didn't see that thing coming though. No wait, hang on, I didn't see it coming because I hadn't seen that. Oh, what am I talking about? See, if I watch the Sherlock films, I think what happens in the end of the third one happens in Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. A Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. Dun 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 dun. Good luck trying to get that theme tune out of your head when you watch this. It's like the ultimate boxing that you can get for this. We've got a cover, and then we've got this box, and then we've got 3 Blu-rays, which also have tons of DVDs in it. Security. I think it's security for the winter. No, never mind. Why am I putting it back in? We're going through first season. Probably one of my favourite seasons. The fourth one's actually, but I haven't got the fourth one. Third one, then first one, then second one. Second one I didn't like that much. I don't hate it. There's some really good bits in it, but I think it suffered a bit with me when one of the main characters went in the first season. So I sort of was like, as much as I kept on watching it because I still liked the other ones, it did struggle a bit. I was just like, this. The funny part is, I watched the entire second season in like a full day. The entire second season, I just watched it all when I first started, considering I was addicted to it, I guess. And I'm going around saying how I didn't find it that great. Yeah, I watched it all. But yeah, I think I was just like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a brilliant show. If you haven't started watching it yet, watch it immediately. I don't care what you do. Just buy the box set because you love it. You love it, and if you don't like and you need to keep on going, right? You watch the entire first season, and if you don't like it, you've only just bought the other 2 seasons, so you might as well watch them, and then you'll probably love the rest of it. I think. Just buy it anyway. Just do that. Follow my advice, and then send me tons of hate mail if I'm wrong and you hate it. But it shouldn't be. There's a reason why it's one of the best rated TV shows of all time. The Walking Dead. Dun dun dun. Season 1 to 3. Again with this one, Season 4. Season 4 is like the best. Like these two. Love Season 4. Especially one specific episode in Season 4. And that's the last episode in the prison is. I wonder what's going to happen with that reaction. But the film, what am I talking about now? I'm on TV shows now. Yeah, I did like The Walking Dead. I actually don't have any problems with it. It's one of my favourite TV shows. Probably is my favourite TV show. I don't know, it's close. Game of Thrones and this one are close. Probably Game of Thrones is overtaking it. But Walking Dead's still really high. And to be honest, I have no problems with The Walking Dead. It's brilliant. I've went through it tons of times. It's not about zombies, it's about the human characters, and I should maybe take that out. Oh, crushed the advertisement for Season 4. So here we go, I'll give you a bit of product placement. Which I've already done throughout the entire... This is basically what this is, a giant product placement thing. And this is embarrassing. I should know better than to take this out. God damn it, get in there, Lauren. Right. There you go. Watch that, watch that, watch that. I want paid now, folks. We'll stick that in. This is intense. This is Scorsese silence. Right. The Cornetto trilogy though. This is probably one of the greatest spoofs of all time. We've got the zombie spoof, you know, that's the alien spoofs. We've got the police spoofs, and we've got the zombie spoofs. And they are brilliant. Strangely enough, Hot Fuzz is actually my least favourite, which is weird considering that's meant to be the favourite of the trilogy. Favourite is actually World's End. I don't know what I like about it. I really don't know what I love so much about this film. I don't know, I find this one a lot funnier. Hot Fuzz is really funny as well. And I think Hot Fuzz is actually smarter. But I guess I'm not smart enough for it. No. I got all the jokes in Hot Fuzz. Like, people do all the sort of what you didn't see in Hot Fuzz, and I go through it and I'm just like, right, I saw that, yep, saw that. Oh right, okay, that's one thing I didn't see. And then saw that. I think there was two things that I didn't see. One joke that I didn't get, and then that was it. And Shaun of the Dead that was the one that started all. It's amazing. Right. It's worth it. I love the Cornetto trilogy. I love it. Oh, come on. Please tell me I can get them all in this time. There we go. Shorter than The Walking Dead. God, The Walking Dead's a nightmare. Actually, how the hell did I manage to get The Walking Dead? How did I manage to take longer getting The Walking Dead in than I did getting Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones has 3 layers. This one I only have to pop in there, and I didn't even unfold it. But I don't know, I'm confusing myself. So there we go. Probably update it again. That was the entire collection. I'll probably update this again near the year, something like that. And that way I'll have a lot more, and you can enjoy this. I might not even have that many, but I won't go through the whole thing again. What I'll do is I'll just go through the new ones that I've got, and you can just watch this one. This one's like the start one. Maybe in like a couple of years or something, depending on whether I'm still doing this or not. I'll go through it. I have had a habit of changing channels, so I might not even be on this channel. I've already switched through one channel. I've got 2 like unactive channels now. So there we go. I'm not wanting to depress you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not wanting to end like this awesome relationship that we have, in which you guys just watch my videos and don't comment at all. Nah, it's fine. No, but to be honest, there's nothing really to comment about here. Just so I don't know why I'm asking you to just like comment. It's something. I don't know. It's like, is there any films here that you think like that you'll get? Have I convinced you to get any of them? Like, considering the speed that I've went through them all, I don't know how many of them you'll actually want to get. Just go through. Just put any opinions that you have of this stuff. I'll read it. Don't worry. I'll read it. If you say anything bad, I might even have a debate with you. Don't feel intimidated though. I want some stuff said. I'm going to keep on saying this because I know there's quite a few people that watch this. Please, just anybody who watches this, just comment it, unless you don't have a account, in which case don't. I'm going to keep on rambling on about this, but I need to stop myself right now. So there we go, that's it all done. I'll repeat myself now. So anyway, just like, subscribe, do that sort of stuff, and yeah, next videos. I really don't know what I'll do next. I might be doing something in betweeners too. Yeah, why not? And I also need to finish the Talking About Dinosaur trilogy. If you don't realise, I've uploaded 1 episode, the first part of that, so keep an eye out for that. That'll keep on going. I need to go through them all. I still haven't edited the 3rd part. 2nd part's done. It just needs to go up. In fact, I didn't even need to edit them once. Right, I'm going to stop talking now. Stop. So this, I started off like awkward, and now I'm not. Now I'm just constantly talking. I don't want to shut up. Right, leave it. Right, okay. Goodbye.